during this summer, me and my husband, we've been having a really nice holiday here in Prague. And if we are missing holidays, we just decide to feel like being on holidays even though we are at home. And we just wake up and we try to discover the city as we just visitors. So we go around and we see what's new, and we usually find some unusual places. And it was a really beautiful day, and I was just saying that the only thing that I'm missing is some live music. And instead of us saying, well, here in Loretta it will be hard to find, even though it's Saturday, we will see. And I mean, it was just 1 minute, and we saw a sign saying, live music tonight. And I said, wow, so it's coming, it's here. And we discovered this place. We came here, Loretta was around, and it was just about, you can just prepare for a performance. And at the end, it was live music, it was artistic performance of 3 artists from all over Europe. It was beautiful, and we were still surprised that we are really still in Prague, enjoying the moment, being surrounded with multicultural experiences and people, and we just discovered this place. And we were thinking that it would be nice if you would also know what's going on here, who is Loretta, because we were fascinated by what you are doing. And the story behind it is really strong and beautiful. And the idea when we came here 3 weeks ago, and Loretta was a bit tired, and we really understand that she and her friends are doing everything by themselves with minority of 30 people from Hong Kong living in Prague. So we were thinking that it would be really nice if more people would be so blessed as we are to know you, to see what's the space about, that you can come to work here. You know that many places are not open for workers and laptops anymore. Sometimes you have in cafes written, please don't open your laptop. So you're finding a place, and here you have everything. Space for sharing, for experiencing, for workshops, for cafes. I mean, here is it. So we were thinking that why not to meet Loretta, why not to introduce you Loretta, but she will do it by herself. And also, I was thinking today that it's something what is missing right now. It's to keeping the community alive, people exchanging, meeting, sharing. And I think that after some pandemic times, it's also refreshing to hear nice stories that are much more difficult than ours. It's maybe very hard for me to imagine what's going on in Hong Kong. And I'm really pleased that we can listen to your story. I'm curious because I know just small pieces. So I hope that we all will enjoy, and feel free to ask whenever you are interested in. You will see that there are many aspects of Loretta's life what to be interested about, and you can also share your point of view. And I'm really happy that we are meeting here today at really special moment for Hong Kong, so you will hear it by yourself. So it's a nice moment for sharing, and don't hesitate to introduce yourselves to others. It's not just about Loretta, it's about relationships that we can create all together. Sometimes you might feel like a random guy, but you might be really important or inspiring for somebody else. So, Loretta, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thanks so much, Solomon. Well, I actually just came back from Portugal. And it was a 10-day trip to meet some other people from the art association, some from the gallery and from the governments out there. So we're going to do some more funding from the EU Creative Fund. So anyway, the first thing I would like to talk about is my colleagues. That's Jakob and Igor. They are also founders of the NGO Day. And if there's no them and also some volunteers, sometimes that the place would not be that promptly developed. So thanks so much for my colleagues too. And I'm really happy to see you, and some of you, I guess I saw your face before, and some quite a lot of you that I actually never meet you, which is the best thing because I don't say that I hate my friends, but it's the best thing is like we just always want to bring more people to here, to let more people to understand that we are doing things together. Because, for example, the exhibition right now you are seeing on this space that it's from Famu, and there is a lot of like creative people in Czech Republic, and we really would like to, share the space together. And today that I get a question like how did I get to have this space? And actually that we were kind of cooperating with the foundation here called Lean Heart Foundation. I don't know if some of you might know it. It's a foundation here already for 30 years. Around the time when I was just born. And so I met the founder, he's called Yang Meyer, and he was like, hey, we have a space. So if you would like to do something about the Hong Kong culture, please come here and we will do it together. And I feel so welcome. As an artist, all the way from Hong Kong to here, and from I know nothing, or I has been kind of like racist or sexist by some university professor, which I have an interview already in Netflix that the name is E.G. Chanitsky, and he's happy that I tell this story out. And it's very interesting because the thing is that I kind of don't understand why I'm here doing something that might be about my dream to be an artist. And the other half year, suddenly the Hong Kong movement arrived. And then me and Igor was like, shall we go back? And then we decided to stay here to do some public arts together. And later on, I will show you some video about my public art. And she's always being the executor to, kind of be the character for that, like police or like cut off my hair. And then after a while, then I feel like there is some kind of miracle here in Czech Republic. I actually was talking with a lot of Czech people. They would be like, no way, Loretta, there's no miracle here. But actually it does. And it's in our life. And the thing is, if we try really to live our life, that's what we see it. And so, in the trip that I was in Portugal, it was 10 days that I was totally away from my computer. I actually, kind of want to take a little bit away myself from the world. And then I had a very weird dream. That there was a girl in a place, and then she telling me that, I was one of your students from Hong Kong. And I was like, I don't recognize your face. It was in a dream, right? I don't recognize your face. And she was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I was one of your students because I was in Hong Kong teaching for 7 years. And there was like, I don't know, thousands of students, right? And I was like, so why are you here? And then she told me that I want to protect you to come back to Hong Kong. And she was died in the movement. She was one of the victims of the movement. I don't know if you know that in the Hong Kong movement, there was a lot of youngsters. They were found in the sea and they killed actually by the police. But eventually the body was found in the ocean and the police accused that they killed themselves. And I was like, okay, Loretta, whatever this dream is, it's really an angel telling you something, or I just make it up in my mind. But I feel like I sooner or later would like to go back to Hong Kong, at least to see my friends, family. And also, it's too soon to be emotional. Yeah, and also the thing is that the space here we built up already in the Hong Kong media for several times. And a lot of Hong Kong people, when they arrive here, want to, start their new life, or when they want to come and travel, the first thing is they come to our Facebook page, talk to us, and say that, hi Loretta, can you find me a place so I can stay for a while, maybe later I'll change it, or like, there is a lot of like people asking help, or people kind of like honoring that. They're happy that we are trying to promote Hong Kong culture here in the Czech Republic. And yeah, we are just like 30 people, right? We are such a minority. That's why you were so important to be the supporter for this place, because 30 people use this big place. We are not going to have mahjong here every day. We are not going to, it's like singing karaoke like every night. That's not make sense, because this place is for everybody to share the culture, not just from Hong Kong, not just from Czech Republic. And we have Ivory people, we have American people, we have everyone. And a lot of Taiwanese of our friends. And the thing is, of course, like at the beginning, it's extremely tough. And also that I was an artist at the beginning. And then eventually that there was some Hong Kong like scholars start to notice what we're doing here. And then I was actually online having a very nice interview, and it's, I don't know, like 20K of viewing, and it's a lot of people really want to know more about Czech Republic. And also they want to learn about how Václav Havel was dealing with the situation in the 16A and 1989. So the thing is that then I started to read the book, and then we started to share a lot. And actually, Václav Havel became last year at the end that the man of Hong Kong, which is amazing. But it's, of course, it's not because of me. It's just coincidentally, people found that the power of the powerless, this book is amazingly work right now in Hong Kong. So that's why maybe later on we'll talk a little bit of that. I'm sorry, maybe I talked too much already. So maybe
That's why we are here.
yeah. So maybe we will see a little bit of the video, and you at least like have some idea what we are doing. And then it's about my performance art, and also because as I told that I have a very good crew that's there, not just doing the NGO, we are doing that together. So yeah, let's just look at the video.
「不足背後，我哋分享住同樣嘅感受；槍殺背後，我哋聽到一樣嘅風聲。
31 years ago, these people, they helped us. But right now, you kind of don't really want your little girl going out in this protest because you were there in the Beijing Tiananmen massacre, and you know that you don't want her to be me. after 20 years, you look at your watch, 7 o'clock in the morning. It is 8th of May, 2040. The flight attendants came to you and asked you to fasten your seatbelt. And you know that you will be landing very soon in your homeland. We visit 24 hospitals and we couldn't find you anywhere, but we see a lot of corpses was covered by the white cloths. From 4th of June to the 14th of June, this 10 days, and my hair began white. Your father actually got some news about your death.